Hi guys, it's coffee time. And yes, my hair is orange now. Hmm, that's too hot. That's way too hot. But I mean, this mug though, I really like it. I kind of want my hair to be more like this color. I don't know, I feel like it's more pink. Definitely looks more pinkish in real life, and it's like a corally tone, but it's also a bit darker, and I wonder if that's what I want. Um, but I don't really know. Um, this color was it wasn't necessarily like an accident, but basically I bleached my hair yesterday. I wanted to get the green out. I was kind of enjoying the green. I felt like it was kind of becoming a part of me, but I did also get bored with it because I felt like I want to make some kind of a bigger change. And so I started feeling like, oh, I want to have like red hair. I want to have like orange red tones. So when I bleached my hair, I was like, okay, it's like very light. It was most of the green had come out, but it was like a very almost like a platinum blonde almost, but with like a slightly green undertone. That's why it wasn't like very brassy or yellowy, but it still had that green undertone. And my roots, I think I didn't leave it on for long enough because I did like 20 volume. I did my like all my hair first, then did my roots, and I only left it on my roots for like 15 maybe minutes. Literally like 15 to 20 minutes because I know it's only 20 volume, and I guess like the roots were like fresh, right? Like virgin hair, of course, but I was scared to leave it like on too long to the rest of my hair because I felt like, what if it does fall off or something? Even though I'm kind of expecting to shave it off at some point anyway, but I think I want to experiment like all with all kind of different colors and hairstyles and stuff first. So I didn't leave that long enough on the roots, but I mean, it doesn't really matter if they're a bit brassy or yellowy if I'm dyeing it like orange anyway. And then I was like, well, I have another box dye that's like really like red hair. Um, but I didn't want to, I wasn't sure if like it would be good to doing like a box dye after bleaching my hair. So instead I had this it's like a conditioner, but it's called like a balsam. I don't know how do I say this? It's like a hair treatment for when you have red hair and you want to like touch it up a little bit without dyeing it again when you're washing it and it's washing out, and you want to like put this like conditioner, kind of red conditioner in your head. So it was like maybe I could mix some of that up with even more conditioner because it was like very dark actually. And so I mixed that with conditioner and ended up with this orange. I was kind of thinking I kind of almost wanted to be like more intense. So now I'm thinking maybe I won't have like really orange hair, but I probably will after the box dye. It's kind of hard to see, but basically I have these like white little things over here, and yeah, I don't know what do you call it. It's not really like sideburns, because it's like higher up, and it's just like pieces of strands of hair. Um, but I wanted to do it white, and I was so excited when I first like took off the shirt that I use, the hair towel. I was like, oh my god, it's really orange, and the pieces are very white, and I feel like it doesn't like show up as much when it's all dried out, and it feels like it's like lighter and isn't as bright. But still, I feel like it was more exciting when it was still wet and I didn't know what it will be like after drying. There isn't enough coffee and enough water in there. It's kind of too much what not enough water, but there isn't enough sugar in coffee. It's kind of watery. But it's drinkable. I feel like I'm talking pretty fast and like I have more energy than normal, but I think it's just I haven't done this coffee time in a long time, and I'm feeling kind of excited, or just like I have things to say. And I don't know if I have a lot to say, but I just really like doing these actually, and I should try to find more time to do it because it's really nice. I really enjoy it. And yeah, I'm actually pretty physically tired right now because I came home from work and I did a lot of like physical work, and my legs are so tired. But and then I did some stuff around the house, and I'm like, okay, so I have a few things that I still have to do like online. Um, I have to take some pictures, I have to send some emails, and then I have to make some dinner. But making dinner, that's like around 7 p.m., and I still have about 2 hours until dinner, and it's basically already ready. I will just have to like do a couple of things. So I think it's fine, but also I made like a list of things to do because I have been doing more to-do lists recently and being able to sort of stick to them. Maybe not do all the tasks because I feel like there's something that I really like I should do it, but I really don't want to. And I put it on the to-do list, and like when I'm writing it down, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it, and I don't know if I will. Even if I write it down, maybe I will skip it or leave it for another day, and I do it way too often. So the cat looks really angry. He wanted to get inside this room, and he's here now, and he's just sitting on the windowsill, and he's looking very angrily at me. I feel like he's a bit sleepy, and like I'm bothering him. You can come here. Come here. My face is also kind of oily, but it isn't really oily. I did wash it before, well, when I came home, and it should be just some like moisturizer and stuff. Just a bit glowy. I haven't taken meds in a while as well, so sometimes I'm like, I think this morning I took my meds with me, ADHD medication, and I thought that I maybe might have one, but then I was like, well, I think it's okay. Mostly like throughout work, I was listening to podcasts. I was listening to Triforce again, because it's something I really enjoy, and I only did it before as like only sometimes and only like in like a special occasion that I'm listening to podcasts. But now I realize that, well, if I really enjoy it, I should probably just listen to podcasts all the time, like a lot more. And now I'm sad that Triforce only comes out like once a week, I think, right? I think it's normally like once a week. Tomorrow is Friday, and on the weekend I'm going to the countryside to visit my parents. I'm sorry, I'm distracted because the cat is trying to eat plants, eat our house plants, and he's not eating them, he's just like sniffing them intensely. I'm watching you. I have been mostly watching Starfield. I don't know if I talked about this. I think I did talk that I'm going to watch the podcast, Triforce podcast, where they talk about Starfield versus Baldur's Gate. And I think I have to like look back at what I said in other videos in order to not repeat myself. That was a cat if you saw it. Oh, there is a tail. There is an evidence that there is a cat who exists. I have been mostly watching Sips's playthrough of Starfield. And let me tell you, the way that Sips plays games, it's like I haven't watched a bunch of his streams, but I was trying to find if somebody from the Yogscast have been playing Starfield on streams, and like I just wanted to see what the story is and what the game is, essentially. But I normally only mostly watch like video game content from the Yogscast, and I just love those guys, and I wanted to see that, so I started watching it. It's amazing how he's... I don't know if he will ever do the main quest line, but he's like so many hours in the game already. I think it's about 50 or more, and he hasn't done almost any of the main quest stuff. He's kind of just building outposts, doing like smaller quests of like you have to pick up these people and you have to transfer them to this other planet, like doing like a bus driver simulator but in space. Or maybe not bus driver, it's like Uber, I guess. And yeah, what else? Like he's playing the game in a very different way that I would play it. I think I would definitely stick mostly to the main quest line, and do a little bit of like settlement stuff, and kind of do mostly the decorational stuff. But there is the one thing that I really love about his gameplay and the way he's playing the game is where he's picking up a lot of junk, and at the start he just was picking up everything and then just throwing it all on the floor of the ship, and it looks so trashed, but it's like such a vibe. I don't know. It just feels like it really works well for the aesthetic, for the feeling. The way that he's like his character, Old Hogan, and I don't know, the whole like way that he's playing the game. And that's amazing. And now he's like on the quest to get like all of the toilet paper and tissues in the game, and other junk as well, and just hoarding it and storing it in the outposts and on the ship. And it's kind of amazing. Like I feel like he made his own like mini game almost within the game. And this is like one of the main reasons why you are watching somebody, because it's like watching streams where the person doesn't just do the old regular stuff that everybody else does, but does something like very in their own style, I guess. And yeah. So that's basically what I have been mostly watching, and then some Futurama because I haven't seen all of it. And we started watching it together with my partner, and now we're on like the season 7 or season 8. I think it's season 7 we're on. So just to like see that, it's like a good chill thing to watch before sleep. Yeah. What have I been playing though? I kind of wanted to play some Fallout 4 in a similar style, because I also saw that Sips does. He was talking about this quite a lot, that when he played Fallout 4, he played it with mods and doing all the outposts and stuff. And I was like, oh, I have Fallout 4. I could download mods and do outposty things. And then I downloaded the game because I think I had uninstalled it just to have more space. And I downloaded Fallout 4. I opened the modded Let's Play that he did on his YouTube channel. Well, of course he streamed, but yeah, the playlist. Sorry, my brain isn't working. I think I need more coffee. At the start of the first video, he said like a list of mods that he will be using. And one of the main mods that really changes the kind of outpost building and decorating stuff, it's I think it's the Homemaker mod. But the problem is, in order to have the Homemaker mod, to download it, install, and it to be working correctly, you have to have all the DLCs. And I don't have all the DLCs. I don't think I have any. And just buying all the DLCs to install what mod, it's kind of way too expensive for me. It would be cheaper to actually buy Starfield and just play that without any mods. So I'm kind of thinking like, okay, I could just play Fallout 4 without those mods and still have like the feeling of like, oh, building outposts, doing stuff. There are a few mods that do work, but and maybe there's other, I don't know if there's like many other decorational and kind of those type of mods like Homemaker that could also run without the DLCs. But yeah, I was immediately like, oh, if I'm gonna be like, I like to do this thing where I'm playing the game and I'm watching a gameplay of somebody else playing it, and then kind of the way that they're playing, if it's very interesting to me, then I can also play this way but do it slightly differently and kind of experience it in kind of my way, the way that I see, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like a great idea, but I would do it just a bit different, so I will go and play that. So yeah, and I was like, well, immediately, if I don't have the Homemaker mod, then it just wouldn't be the same, because even though I can like scrap everything and rebuild stuff, all the stuff that you can rebuild, it doesn't look that great. I don't know, maybe there's like textures and stuff instead of like whole other building things. But yeah, it's kind of sad. I kind of really wanted the Homemaker mod and to play the Fallout 4 modded gameplay in like a similar way that Zips did. But I'm just hoping that eventually, I don't know when, maybe by Christmas, kind of in the next, like, whatever, how many months, I will be able to get either Starfield or Baldur's Gate. I kind of want to try both. The thing is, Baldur's Gate, in a way, it is, like, a really, really, like, it's really, really a great game. And I do want to play it. And I think it's definitely worth getting it and playing it. But I feel like, one, I might lose a lot of hours and that I don't have to spare to really like get into a game. And two, I just don't know about like the tactical kind of stuff when you're the fighting stuff. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I think I will get maybe bored of it at some point. I'm not that much into that type of like strategies and stuff, and I know it is very much about that also. Mainly the thing that draws me in is like the dialogues and the characters, of course, because it's like that's a really, really like massive, great thing about Baldur's Gate. I am thinking about like getting Starfield more because it's more of like my kind of game, I guess. It's not so much just the fact that it's Bethesda doing it, but it's kind of just like this single player kind of choose your own adventure type of game where you can do many different things. And yeah, just there's a lot of like kind of like RPG elements to Starfield that there are also a lot of RPG elements to Baldur's Gate, of course. Um I don't know. I can't choose. At the moment I kind of want to have Starfield more. Just because I kind of also want to hoard a bunch of stuff and then just put it somewhere in stupid display cases in an outpost on a planet that nobody ever visits. I think that would be great. It would take a bunch of hours and like a very long playthrough. But also the main thing is like I want to see more of the main questline stuff, and I want to see more other questlines and things that there is in Starfield. Because I feel like the side quests aren't that elaborate. They kind of are, but they're also not. If you're doing like the simpler ones where you just land on some random planet and you go to an outpost and they're like, hey, can you kill these guys for me? in that place, and you're like, yeah, sure, and then you go and shoot all these guys and pick up some loot, and that's it. I think there are quite a lot of those things in Starfield, and I feel like I want to see more of the more interesting, kind of detailed quests that there are, and also the main quest line, of course. And I think Sips is slightly doing like some quests that are cooler, but he's also doing a lot of like the other things. It's kind of like just a filler. I feel like it's a bit of a filler for the gameplay. But I have been playing. I'm just thinking, yeah, I only did like the Fallout, and I haven't been playing a lot of video games in the last 2 months. I kind of want to check this out. Maybe I can open Steam and see like what's my last played. I did play some Stardew Valley again because I also did some mods, like a modded map and stuff, and I played that for a few hours, but I think that was not this week. Let's see, where can I see my hours? Yeah, so I played Stardew Valley 1 week ago, before I was playing Dragon Age Inquisition a few weeks ago, and then I kind of got bored with that. Then I moved to Stardew Valley, and then this week I only did the Fallout for like 40 minutes and realized that I don't know if I want to do it without the mods. But it looks like in Stardew Valley I did like 10 hours in the last 2 weeks, which, I mean, it's not that much in the last 2 weeks. Oh my god, but I did hit a total of 105 hours in Stardew Valley. But the thing is, I still haven't, like, okay, I completed year 1, I think, like, once. Have I completed the year? I definitely got to winter. I just keep, like, making new characters and doing new farms and kind of doing the same stuff that's at the start of the game, and not being able to actually, like, go through the whole game because I know there's a lot of stuff there. Like, a lot of cool things that develop over time and quests you can do and stuff. But I have a really short, like it's not like a short attention span, but it's just, I get bored quickly. I will play like for 10 hours maybe in a week, and then I'm like, well, next week I'm ready to move on. Okay, this was a long one again. I just haven't done this in a while, so I really wanted to have some chats. But my coffee is already pretty cold. I have to finish it and I have to go do some more stuff. So this is gonna be it for today, for now. I hope you had a great day. I hope you have a great life. I'm not saying goodbye forever, I don't know, I'm just talking stuff. I will go now, and I will see you all in the next coffee, tea, or water time. I hope you have a good day, and goodbye.